is not the opposite of success, but it's a part of success. And today we are going to learn about an interesting topic, which is natural disaster. Today I will teach you about natural disaster and we will learn different things in that chapter. So now let's start with our chapter. Now we will start this chapter. I hope you can see the screen. First we will know what is natural disaster. Natural disasters are the events that result from the natural processes of the earth. Natural disaster are the events वो ऐसे events हैं that are natural. They are not in the control of human. We can read this sentence. These events are outside the control of the humans. We can't control it. This is the process of natural. This is a natural process. They cause widespread loss of life, injuries, and damage to property in a particular zone. There are different types of disasters like flood, drought, earthquake, tsunami, volcanic eruptions, hurricane, etc. Many more like landslides are also there. So these are the disasters. और वो natural होता है. They are only controlled by the nature and they happen sometimes. और वो बहुत बड़े loss of life, injuries होती है, damage the property in a particular zone. वो एक जोन में होता है like earthquake, cyclones, तो उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा डैमेज होता है for the buildings, then the hospitals, everything. There are many types of natural disasters such as यहाँ पर examples भी दिए हुए हैं, आप देख सकते हैं. Earthquake, flood, drought, avalanche, hurricane, tsunami. We read this as tsunami. Volcanic eruptions, etc. The risk of natural disaster can be reduced to a great extent by proper planning. There is only one way for us to reduce this natural disaster, which is the planning. हम लोग को पहले से प्रिपेयर प्रॉपर प्लानिंग के साथ ये डिजास्टर के लिए रेडी होना है. There are 4 elements of emergency disaster management. 4 element है इसको मैनेज करने के लिए. These disasters are managed by the 4 names. They are preparedness, response, recovery, and prevention. These are the 4 names, which in short we call it as PRRP. Okay, you can see the name is given there. In this chapter, we shall study about the following natural disaster. But we will study some more disasters in this chapter only, which are earthquakes, cyclones, floods, droughts, volcanic eruptions, and landslides. So, today in this video, I will only teach you earthquakes. इस वीडियो में मैं आपको earthquakes बताऊंगी और उसके बाद cyclones, floods, droughts, etc. So now, let's come here to the earthquake. What is earthquake? Earthquake is a sudden violent shaking of the ground. ये जो ground है, it's shake. I hope you know about the earthquake. Earthquake जब वो ground पूरी हिलने लगती है, that is earthquake. Earthquake is a sudden, fast, violent shaking of the ground. It is caused as a result with the earth's crust or some volcanic action. वो भी कोई रीजन से होता है या फिर वो अर्थ क्रस्ट के डिसलोकेशन से हो जाए या फिर कोई वोल्केनिक एक्शन। The magnitude of the earthquake is measured by an instrument called seismograph. The magnitude means to an extent. How much to an extent is the earthquake? We measure it by an instrument called seismograph. Here you can see the picture, the diagram of this instrument called seismograph. It was developed by Charles F. Richter. This is Charles F. Richter, and the instrument is popularly known as Richter scale. इसका नाम seismograph है, but instrument popularly Richter scale के नाम से जाना जाता है. This is a GK point that seismograph is developed by Charles F. Richter. Now, the largest earthquake that has been recorded on the Richter scale is 9.25 magnitude, means जो सबसे लार्जेस्ट अर्थक्वेक अभी तक रिकॉर्ड किया गया वो 9.25 मैग्नीट्यूड का है, 1960 in Chile and 1969 in Alaska. There are two places in different years there were earthquake was caused and with a great extent largest earthquake. Okay, now the accurate forecast of earthquake is still not possible. We can just prepare ourselves for the natural disaster. The accurate forecast, we cannot know it before about the earthquake. We can just prepare ourselves for natural disasters. Okay, now let's learn something more. The earthquakes are caused due to several reasons. How do earthquakes cause? Why? The reason is that movement of tectonic plates, dislocation of crust. I have told you that the layers of earth are crust, mantle and all. So when the crust is being dislocated from its real place, then the earthquakes can cause, or volcanic eruptions and man-made explosions. Sometimes because of man-made explosions also earthquakes are caused. Effects of earthquakes. Now here we are going to learn our means next topic is effects of earthquakes. Earthquakes are natural disasters. Okay, we know it already. They may cause immense damage to the buildings, bridges, roads, electric generating facilities, pipelines, communication lines, waterways, railway tracks, etc. You can see how much can it affect to our property. Like it can means it is very big damage to buildings, bridges, roads, and etc. Earthquakes may cause large number of casualties. Nearly 95% of the people are killed or affected because of collapsing of building. When the earthquake cause, the main means 95% of people are killed or affected by collapsing of buildings. You can see in this picture collapsing of buildings, how people are running from there, some are inside, they are being means वो नहीं निकल पा रहे हैं, तो इससे भी कई लोग की डेथ हो जाती है, they are killed. Now, possible precautions for earthquakes. What are the precautions which we can take? Because we cannot stop the earthquake, we can just take some precautions. So, following are the precautions that can be taken before and after occurrence of earthquake. After, we have to also take some precautions after the earthquake and before the earthquake. First is community preparedness is vital for minimizing earthquake impact. Already we have to be prepared in community is the vital. vital way to minimize earthquake impact. If you feel the slightest shaking, the best way is drop, cover yourself and hold. Okay? Then, buildings should be constructed according to the laws laid down by body of Indian standards. Buildings should be also constructed. When the construction of the building is done, it should be also done by the laws. You can see the name here. People should be educated about the preparedness measures. People should also know some measures, ways how to be prepared, take precaution while the earthquake, after the earthquake, before the earthquake. People should also be educated about it, know already about it, and be prepared about it. You should leave your home. When the earthquake is being caused, you should not be in your home because all the things are falling and that can hurt you. Or school building and move to an open area. You can move to an open area like any field is there. There are no buildings, then that is free for you. There are no trees. Don't stand under the tree because tree can also fall and it can hurt you a lot. Next point, if you are outdoors. यहाँ पर पॉइंट था कि हम ओपन एरिया पे हैं. अब आप ओपन एरिया पे हैं, but keep away from buildings. You have to not stand below or near the buildings, poles, trees, signboard in which the sign is being done, means sign is presented before you that walk slowly and all, etc. You should not be near and below this because of earthquake it can fall and that can hurt you if you will near it. Then do not sit inside a car or a vehicle. Do not sit in any of the vehicle or car mainly. Sit on the ground. The best way is to sit on the ground. If you are inside an auditorium or a stadium, do not panic. Stay inside and do not create a stampede. If you are means suppose if you are in the auditorium and while that earthquake happens, so you don't need to panic and don't create a stampede there because it can also hurt the people. You can run, then the people will be hurt by it. So don't create a stampede and you have to not panic. You are safe. Okay, so this is for today. We have studied today precautions, possible precautions for the earthquake, effects of earthquakes, what is earthquakes, and about natural disaster. I hope you have understood all these things. In next video, next disaster is cyclone, and I will be teaching about cyclone in the next video. Be continue with me, and I hope you have understood everything. आपको सब समझ आ गया होगा easily. और ये टॉपिक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग है. नेक्स्ट साइक्लोन है, and it is also very interesting. Now, thank you for today. If you like my video, then please share it, subscribe it, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get new updates on my video. Bye. Thank you. I will be meeting you soon.